Wow, Melissa really did cause a lot of damage out there. And just to give you a check on where Melissa is now, believe it or not, it's still a Category 2 hurricane with 105-mile-per-hour maximum sustained winds. And there is Bermuda. So Bermuda is going to be getting some of those outer bands from the hurricane. Now it's starting to get wrapped up into a system that's crossing through the northeastern U.S. So it's moving a lot faster at 31 miles per hour. So this storm is now going to be essentially moving out to the middle of the ocean past Bermuda through tomorrow and continuing as a Category 2 hurricane through at least late tonight before downscaling to a Category 1 and making its way up toward Newfoundland and Nova Scotia as we head toward the weekend, but it will weaken through the weekend. But back here at home, we do have some really quiet weather. We've been seeing beautiful sunny skies today. You may notice a little bit of haze out there. I've been noticing that, and there are some prescribed fires that are happening across the Southwest. This is usually a decent time of year to do so because we don't have a lot of wind right now. We're seeing relatively quiet weather this time of year, and we did see a nice wet monsoon season. So there are a couple of those happening. It's looking beautiful up in Sedona. The leaves really starting to change color right now, so you can expect Oak Creek Canyon probably to be coming close to peak this weekend and next. Temperatures there in Sedona 75 degrees, and you'll notice a lot of that haze up in Flagstaff. So one of those prescribed fires I was mentioning is in Flagstaff. That's why you kind of have all of that haze settled around the area. Also some really beautiful fall colors. Those are really at peak there in town. This morning we ended up falling into the upper 20s in Flagstaff, 20s and low 30s up along the rim in the Colorado Plateau. So we've been seeing some really chilly nights, perfect for those fall colors. Pretty mild here in the valleys, down to 65 this morning, but we rebounded back to those upper 80s this afternoon. We ended up seeing a high around 90 so far, but we're actually below that right now at 88 in Phoenix. Up north, 75 in Sedona, 65 in Flagstaff, 70 in Winslow, 68 in Show Low. And with more high pressure dominating our region of the U.S., we're going to be staying warmer than normal through the next several days, really through at least the middle of next week. This high pressure is expected to strengthen a bit overhead, but we're not going to be seeing anything too extreme in terms of those temperatures. Part of that reason is because there is that low pressure nearby as well. So that kind of hinders temperatures from really taking off. But there will be above average temperatures for most of the Southwest and West. Our temperatures through Halloween day tomorrow going to be climbing into those upper 80s here in the Phoenix area, which is several degrees warmer than normal. But even out west toward Los Angeles, up around Las Vegas, and even Salt Lake, temperatures are expected to be at least a few degrees warmer than normal because of that upper level ridge and the high pressure. So tonight we'll be dropping back toward freezing. It will be a little bit warmer in some of those northern spots, and low 60s tonight in the valley. Tomorrow afternoon, though, we really don't see much change compared to today. We'll be right back into those upper 80s in the valley and the 60s and 70s for the high country. But how do those temperatures look as we start to cool down in the evening? Because sunset is pretty early these days. So we'll start cooling down in Flagstaff, Show Low, Payson, Prescott, Phoenix, to these temperatures, 50s, 60s up north, 80s in the valley. Things are really quiet here across Arizona. We don't have a lot of weather going on. Plenty of sunshine for the weekend from the high country up near Sedona and Flagstaff. Just gorgeous there in Flagstaff with the fall colors, and really beautiful here in the valley as well with plenty of sunshine. The northern U.S. has been seeing quite more active weather, while down here in the south we just have some nearby high pressure and quiet conditions. But storms have been tracking through the northern U.S., and that's why there's snow happening in the northern Rockies right now and some pretty windy conditions for those areas as well. But for us, high pressure is going to be building over the next couple of days. Temperatures will keep warming through the low 90s in spots like the valley. And as we go through the later part of the week, another round of high pressure is going to make its way into the southwest, and some spots in California are even going to be under some heat advisories for October. So this is going to be unseasonable warmth. Temperatures are going to be well above average and even flirting with some records by around Tuesday. The record on Tuesday stands at about 94 degrees. We're going to come very close to that with 92. So temperatures are, yes, 7 degrees warmer than normal. And we didn't see a whole lot of 90s through the middle of the month. We actually saw a lot of nice low 80s. So yeah, it's going to be feeling warm for this last week of October. Temperatures even through Halloween are looking like the upper 80s, and they really don't cool down through early next week. Next week we'll still be seeing some of those low 90s. Temperatures about 8 degrees above where they should be, which is 82 on next Monday. So we're in it for the long haul with this warmth, unfortunately. Temperatures overnight will still be able to cool down nicely. 63 will be our low tonight, 52 in Sedona, 38 in Flagstaff, 54 in Kingman. Temperatures throughout the day tomorrow will be warming up fairly quickly. You'll want to close the doors and windows by around 10 a.m. so the AC can take over for the rest of the day. Temperatures will climb through those upper 80s during the afternoon and will likely just kind of touch that 90-degree temperature at about 3 to 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Up north, low 70s expected in Show Low and Payson, mid 70s in Sedona, upper 60s in Flagstaff, low 80s in Kingman, and low 90s out at Lake Havasu. Our 10-day forecast showing lots of sunshine for the next